1080, 60, check. Should be good. Okay, welcome to my revamped channel. What you're seeing right here is a finally proper setup for FPV. This is my setup essentially, I'm just gonna say that. I got 4 of these 6S 1200 mAh batteries from CNHL, the mini stores. I have a Runcam Wasp unit in here. I have a Mamba F55 128K ESC in here with a KISS Ultra V1.1 SCFC in here. It's actually called that. Some peanut butter and jelly props. Ethix Stout V3 Mr. Steel Edition motors. This one's kind of fucked up. We've got a Happy Model EP1 receiver in here and a proper real Apex HD5 frame. Combined with that, we have a T14 ELRS 2.4 GHz up to 1 watt with Hall effect gimbals, half CNC I should say. You guys are currently on a Ethix Chesty Tundra Edition rig, and I'm running Goggets V2, DJI Goggets V2 with a Gemfan strap and a iFlight crystal patch antenna with 2 original DJI antennas on top of it. This is my first time gonna be flying 6S on a actually proper setup. I have flown, also excuse the cards, it's gonna be horrible here. I have flown 3S before on a 4-inch with a horrible setup, but it flew really well. And then my friend got into this hobby because of me, and I bought him his drone, so I flew 4S on ELRS 950 megahertz with 250 to 500 milliwatts. And now I have my own setup. I spent quite a bit of money on here, 800 bucks. Yeah, 800 bucks about. And this is gonna be not my first trip with this drone. I've flown it on his 4S and some 5147 props, but now I'm finally flying it on 6S with some 5130 props, aka peanut butter and jelly. I don't have a GoPro, but I will be recording by a DVR, and that's why the stick cam, so I'm gonna have trouble getting this set up. Also, I think you guys are the wrong way around. What the fuck? No, I think you should be fine now. I don't know, I'm gonna do my footage thingies later on in a editing software. Today's goal, it's not tuned, but the goal is to fly it, feel 6S, get my first reaction, and see how well it flies. Also, if you can't tell on my accent, I'm German, but I often prefer to talk English, so excuse me for that. If there's more German people, I will talk German if they want that. I'll stay fluent English, well, semi-fluent English if anybody wants me to, but this will be my content. Flying like Mr. Steel, that's my goal. He inspired me, here I am. So what will we do now? We will probably first of all start the goggles, if I'm honest. Should really start them. I have bought the drone for 250 euros, 258 euros I should say. And I have bought the controller for 48 euros. No, not 40, 68 euros. Excuse me. Fully working, it was completely new in its case, in its package, whatsoever. The goggles I got for 170 euros. They were pretty much unused, and I got them for 178 euros. That's the lowest you could ever get them. The drone was 258 euros, the 4 batteries were 78 euros, the charger was 6 euros, it's a SkyRC S100 Neo. And that's kind of just my setup. That was used, the batteries weren't, the controller was used but new, and the goggles were used but also I'd just say new at that point. So we'll see how this goes, but I thought of a better way to like sit at home and do my recording for like a new channel intro essentially. But I thought to just ring it since I'm already out here and doing my stick cam for the first time. I shall as well just essentially do a intro to my new revamp to the channel. The channel is going to be called Joey FPV at this point now, probably when this video will be released, and I will think out a new PvP as soon as I can. Otherwise, there you go. I'm going to be trying to fly at many places. I always want a differentiating between that place and the other place, but I will definitely do my typical things. This screen is OLED, if anyone hasn't noticed. I've had people say that this controller isn't too that great, and they rather change out the gimbals for AGC01s. I can't complain, but these gimbals are great as they come, great as they are. So I'm gonna be running those for probably ever. Now there's people walking here, so time might differentiate. I still have to see how the fuck to set up my how to like sync up the video, but we'll find that out soon enough, if not later. I gotta like see how I strap this cable down properly. Rated? Should work, right? Oh, that's gonna hit it, isn't it? I still gotta see how to properly mount my battery setup, as I do not want it to hit anywhere, because I've experienced that yesterday, that the props will bend up and probably hit the XT60 or the strap. So I'm looking for a way to get them up, and that should probably do. If I hear it's getting up to it, then I'll try a different method. I could still push it over. It's really hard to do, but when I push it over, it'll just give a little bit more biting room here. Anyways, so it should be straight down there. We're still just gonna do a little spin up. Very well, it works. Gonna hook in the controller, gonna see what my goggles say, if they are on and working, and if they are, we'll just start flying. Simply said. I mostly just had a intro, cause you know, starting this channel all over again, so I'd rather just have a intro rather than not have a intro. I'm gonna be pointing towards the main area that I'm gonna be flying at. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, that was the zip line. And yeah, gonna have to adjust my lenses a little bit here again, because fully towards the middle will give me the best result, but having to adjust these still is quite a pain, because I still have to adjust these so I get the perfect spot for them. About here seems fine. Okay, we're down to 24.9 volts already. Are we still recording? We're still recording. I'm gonna higher up the camera a little bit. The way, I don't know how to sync it up other than maybe go clap clap, whatever the hell other people do. I will probably say quite a bit of swear words, because that's just how I am. I am stupid. Otherwise, I'm gonna be putting up my arms now, actually. Arming it, and now recording. Beep. I'm currently on 25 megabits. It's still a little bit bouncy. It still could be better. I've noticed that it sometimes sounds kind of weird in terms of its motors, but I'm not too intrigued by that. I'm just gonna keep flying because rather not experience any problems with this setup. This is a public basketball place, just saying, for anyone wondering. I'm gonna have to check the motor temperature after this flying here. I assume that my goggles are slightly laggy because I'm also recording at the same time as there's a person there, as I am flying. It feels pretty decent anyways. And it's loud enough to literally alert anyone in these places here. Trees. I had a little bit of doubts in terms of power because of the 3.0 pitch, but it's actually pretty good, I must say. It only weighs 602 grams with the battery and the straps and everything else. So power to weight should seem pretty okay. I've already found my rates, if I'm honest, so I like having them slow and then increasingly come faster as I go. I have flown really bad analog before, issuing VR 006s with some 600 milliwatts analog video transmitter, and it was a great combo for a while. Then my friend got better goggles. He got some what were they called, SJ RG01s, and those really showed me that latency kind of just mattered, because I flew on horrible latency, it seems. And then from all of a sudden I went to DJI here, and I really do not mind the (25 milliseconds to 30 milliseconds of latency that I experience. On 50 megabits I see a little bit more detail while not risking my latency as much. Like, the latency seems to be about the same. I am feeling really confident with the system though, because I see everything in digital, of course. And this 6S combo really just gives me so much time. I'm 4 minutes and 50 seconds in now, and I am not seeing any problem with this setup. This video is gonna have explicitly more talking than other videos that I'm gonna be posting, just cause I'm getting a first feel kind of type of stuff, and you guys are new. 40 amps it said, and we're down to 22.2. Even towards the end of the pack, I am still way within power. The low throttle control is amazing of these motors that Mrs. Steel designed, or has been within it, I guess. And these CNHL batteries also feel really nice. I also was yesterday, the 14th 10th to 2025, I realized that CNHL has been around for the same style since multiple years. Because I've seen a rotor ride video and they have flown they flew CNHL already back 6 years ago. I am not believing those 40 amps that the KISS is showing me for obvious reasons. Because it's not even calibrated yet. I still have to fly the battery completely down to be sure that I have it. Alright, we are now sinking down quite a bit. We still have a fuck ton of punch, but we're down to 21.1, 28 volts. So we're gonna be coming in for land. This was 7 minutes of flight time apparently, but I just gotta take our word for it. Hello. I will stop recording now. It's saying low voltage. We have flight down to 20.8 volts. Amazing. 20.8 volts is relatively respectable and pretty nice to see, because they didn't throw my battery on like his 4S that I did. I flew that shit down to like ass. Okay, motors are lukewarm. They're lukewarm. Battery seems also lukewarm, so it's just a great combo in total. I could fly the second 6S battery on 50 megabits. What I might do, if I'm honest, to be honest, because that was fun, right? Because Jesus Christ, I hope they're not for me, because people heard a screeching drone over here. I think I'm gonna do a second battery on 50 megabits just to give you guys a second inspiration. I usually fly way more aggressive, but that's in a simulator, of course. So I'm not gonna be flying as aggressive as I am in the simulator. But I'm trying to get to that goal, to fly pretty aggressive, exploring-ish, and in general just be a little bit more Mrs. Steelish, because I really love his style and I kind of feel like the same style. So of course I'm gonna try and fly the same style that he does. I'm not trying to like copycat him, just a gigantic fan of Mr. Steel and Ethix and so on. I just wanna, you know, kind of be like him, right? Should not pick it up by the rubber. Now that first 6S was hella fun, and yes, of course we're gonna do a second 6S, because I have 4, but I only charged 2, because I didn't know if I'm still gonna be going out today, but it seems that I was gonna get out today still, because the weather isn't raining. It's been raining the past few days, and I personally hated it. I could not go out and fly. I always wanted to fly. Here I am, finally having my 6S batteries, and I can finally go rip it. Now, I don't have a lot of knowledge about pits, you know. Those pits are a few numbers that I still can't understand, mostly on KISS. But I am trying my best to get this thing flying well, but I'd rather have a GoPro on it first before I do that. Alright. Spins up. So you have our crud, you have our thing. I have two 3000 milliamp 18650 cells in this controller, by the way, if you were wondering. If you have this controller and have problems with it in terms of battery, I have two 3000 milliamp 18650 cells in here in its holder for originally 21700 cells, but it seems to be absolutely fine with what it has. I'm gonna just get back in this guards. Bing bong. We seemingly don't have a signal. Why do we not have a signal? The air unit seems to be on, but it's still reading the last things. So I must reconnect the battery. God damn it. First time I had that issue with it. It's very first to me. In terms of power to screech factor, yes. That's all I'm saying. It has the power to screech factor, yes. What I mean with that is the way it screams when doing full power. That's what I name power to screech factor. Just out of funnies. Do I have video now? We indeed have video. I'm gonna switch it directly to transmission and 50 megabits. I've flown 50 megabits only. I'm gonna go on channel 2. I've only flown 50 megabits yesterday, I believe. No, before yesterday. No, yesterday it was. Oh, my Rotorama stuff came. That's the only time I've flown 50 megabits, and that was yesterday. And it was better. I wouldn't call it that much better, but it was better. If you're going with a bolt on digital, a Caddx Vista style camera like OneCam was or something with Goggles V2 will do you fine. But if you can, get an 03 air unit with it. If it's first time experiencing digital for you, then it should be fine. Can I record? No, I have to arm and then record. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Good. I should save that. And off we go. Yeah, power to screech factor is quite a little bit. So I could have definitely gone with 1100 milliamp batteries to save a little bit of weight and size, because I flew 7 minutes that battery. What I am fine with, I like having a longer, but I typically don't like having a longer battery life, but I don't mind it here because I like exploring sometimes. Like exploring where I haven't gone yet and whatever more, right? Like the typical. Like for example, I would, for the first time, get over here and fly along this ground here. What I would usually never do. I notice sometimes that I have like a faster refresh rate, I should say. And I believe I'm having a like sometimes stuttery image and sometimes not a stuttery image because of the DVR. That's why I sometimes want to fly without recording. Because I feel like it would just make the footage more stable. Throttle is very touchy, it's very low end. I use quite a bit of throttle though when flying, so excuse me on that. I'm more of a throttle junkie, I should say. I can still fully fly back here with like 28 milliseconds, 21 for a second. And still have my full 50 megabits. So my combo here is really great in terms of reception. But that's to everyone's liking. Screech factor, like I said, it's quite there. I like it. I like when a drone screeches like this. This is how I imagine the FPV hobby does. Jesus fucking Christ. That thing must have just went like 150. Like I said, power factor is right on point. You have power and you have smoothness all in one drone. Kudos to Mr. Steele for making this drone. It is unbelievably great, I should say. My throat is a little loose, but it is quite cold out here. It's like maybe 15 Celsius. Feels more like 12 Celsius to be honest. It's probably what the weather app would say too. But that's just kind of how I feel like it. For how it feels. Oh! Am I fine? I am fine. Oh. Oh, first time losing. Already forgot what I did there. Oh right, I tried power looping the tree and miscalculated my entrance a little bit. A reason why 30 camera angle is better, but I fly 25 currently because that's what I'm used to and I can do my most tricks with it. Ooh, that would be pretty diveable. I'm not gonna risk it, but you could definitely dive right into there. Pretty flat, kinda flat, and then flat out when you get down there. I can hear a little bit of woo, woo, probably because the prop is slightly bent. Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know what it is that is sounding like that. Beautiful trees. I hate them though, because they like to suck up my drone. So I don't specifically like them. They don't like me either though, and that is fine with me. I wanna go through these trees here, thank you. The way the shit echoes though is amazing. I still gotta go to the famous Berlin band though. Still have to do that yet. But it's probably not gonna be this winter. I'm still gonna fly around at places in the winter here, of course. But not at like that. There is a bando pretty much near me, like only 5-minute bike drive. Well, 10 minutes with me, if I'm honest. But yeah. We're down to 21.5, we're 8 minutes in. Yeah, battery life is definitely there. Now it's sagging down. But it still has quite a bit of punch, even when the battery gets low. That is 6S for you and proper CNHL batteries. I could have gotten these for 15 bucks a piece, but I ordered them quite late, so I got them for 19 bucks a piece. What is fine though. Now it's going down, 20.9. So this is where we're gonna come in. As soon as it starts sagging. But it says great screech. And now it's saying voltage low. Hey, voila! Beautiful! I'm gonna stop recording now. Bing bong. Okay, the weather is nice. Nice, yes, that's what I can say. The weather is nice. So these were my first two 6S LiPos on a quad. I love it. There's nothing that I don't love about it. Let me get rid of the controller. There's nothing I love about this setup right now. I just want to say that. There's absolutely nothing that I don't love about it. It is quite amazing. I'm going to leave this battery on here, funny enough, because I'm not going to put my other battery... I'm not going to put this battery in my pocket. Could I please? Yeah, this XT60H is very on there, I need to say. Oh my... Oh, that's probably what made the noise. Gotta glue that back on. Oh well, a little bit of hot glue. Maybe just shorten it. Could shorten it. Not that bad. What else broke from that tree? I'm actually gonna... anything else broke from the tree? This prop's a little bit bent down, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely bent down. Don't know where though. Further over here, I guess. I gotta do more. This one's fine. This one's okay. That one's okay. Just going all over these again. Yeah, this one's the only one that one's slightly lower one. Motors are still lukewarm. They're actually cooled off now a little bit. Batteries lukewarm. Everything seems to be fine. So this was my first time 6S and etc. I put this always down to 25 in case I want to fly in a sim later. But I like it. It still needs kind of a tune, and it definitely needs a GoPro on there. But it is great for what it is. For what it is, it's amazing. That's all I'm saying. It flies well, it flies awesome. I like it. Nothing about it wrong. So, if you're looking to get into this hobby, then Goggles V2 will do you fine. The reason I chose Goggles V2 is because of you get a bigger field of view. That's one thing. then go get 2 Integra or 3, and you get 144 Hz instead of 100 Hz. If the camera goes like 120 FPS, I want those 120 FPS that I'm receiving to my face right now to not get cut down by the screens. Currently I'm cutting them down because I record DVR, but it's still better than whatever. I'd rather just take LCDs and see a little bit more than OLEDs where I have true blacks, because why have that? Otherwise, that's the first one. I hope you enjoyed.